Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the podcast about animals. I am Paul Ziwa, a Ugandan vet. It's glad to have this Friday and having this running. Last Friday was pretty tight, so I didn't make anything for the day for that Friday. So I'm glad I am able to put something down at 10 minutes information on animals. We're still on puppies, so I hope this goes very well. I think it will. All right. I hope you're well. Here is good. Weather is perfect. I'm back to my tree, the guava tree in the garden. That's where I usually sit, and if I happen to be around home to make the podcast. So today I'm just going to talk about what I discussed with some friends who have acquired a new dog. We actually picked it up this morning. We picked it up from another friend. They really love dogs. She's loved animals for a long time. So when this family contacted me because they needed a dog to help with security later on, they already had a kennel. I actually thought they had a dog in the kennel. They said we don't have a kennel, but I mean we don't have a dog. The kennel is empty, so we need a dog now. The garden is big and we need something to help to alert us in the evening. It's a big space, about half an acre, and they don't stay far from me. So when they gave me a message to look out for some nice puppies, I was delivering a kitten to these friends of mine, and then when we were over the phone about how to keep the kitten, how to raise the kitten, then she said, "By the way, I have puppies. Did you see them?" I'm like, "Oh no. What breed are they?" So, and then we see what to do. So they are German Shepherd crosses. I saw the mother; she was vicious. Well, for the purpose of security, I think she's okay. I think they are okay. The genes are fine. Because also when you have a companion animal, sometimes you want an alert dog who will keep away any intruders, especially at the wrong time. And that's why these animals are man's best friend. That's why dogs are man's best friend, because man use them for hunting, man use them for security, especially in the night. The dogs have their sense of smell, their hearing, their eyesight is not that much for dogs, but smell and hearing is amazing. So they will hear something amiss that you wouldn't hear, and then they'll stand guard, and then they would bark if the problem comes closer, or what they think might be a problem like comes nearer. So they will just stand guard and bark, and you'll know something's up. Sometimes if they are hard pressed, they will bite. They would bite the intruder, they would bite the intruding animal, which is, it protects the owner, the dog owner. So yeah. So when they said that, it was very fortunate. I just saw my chicken come. There's one of our chicken called Kimberly. I don't know what she saw. She just came running to me in the chair, but I think I don't know what she saw anyway. She doesn't get so close. She's just about 3 meters from me and looking around. She's wonderful. Her eggs are very tasty. I just made meatballs with her egg, I think, and then another chicken. Okay, back to the podcast. Back to the back to the subject. While I look at Kimberly, she's looking for food. Anything interesting in the garden? Well, anyway, so yes, so we got the puppy, and puppy's 3 months old now, I think, today. Another chicken has come. That's Titi. also. She came running here. Well, it would be nice to have them there. So so we have those dog. We have that puppy. 3 months. I looked at the vaccination card. So when I went and then I said, "Oh, what vaccinations have you done?" So they have done. They had the first parvo vaccines done. So now because the puppy, a girl, is almost 3 months, we when they're 3 months, just about after those the last vaccine was made, usually give it about 4 weeks after the last vaccine was made, depending on your veterinarian's preference. Uh, we will we will have the last vaccines for the year done, which is a parvo, which is a cocktail vaccine and a rabies vaccine. So as I speak, the new dog doesn't have their rabies vaccine yet, but they will have their rabies vaccine in about 2 weeks, which is 4 weeks from the last shots. They'll just be slightly over 3 months, but that's okay, and have their shots then. What was a point to consider when we picked the dog? So when we picked the dog, their new owners, they haven't owned a dog in a very, very long time. So they had so many questions. So one of the questions which we have already been discussing through the podcast was about the feeding. So we realized that the other side, chicken legs in Uganda are sometimes common. If you have like a chicken place, there's people who slaughter chicken. So you get the legs, put them in the freezer, and then pick them out and then boil them, um, and mix them with some carbohydrate because they have a lot of connective tissue, which is a high sense of a high protein content. So that they've been doing. They said they've also been doing a lot of milk in the porridge, making porridge with milk. And of course, the puppies were quite big, but I know that since they were staying with the mother, even if they are making 3 months, they most likely suckle the mother every once in a while. But they do a great deal of eating at this age. So when they asked about that, just to continue what the old home was doing, they will give them a bit of chicken legs, a bit of posho, porridge together mixed in the soup, in the chicken leg soup. And then I advise them to feed 3 times a day because these are babies and this is a baby and she's been with the mother. I'm really waiting for what name they're going to give her. um, it will be a name named by their grandchildren, the neighbors. So they took pictures and they said, "We're going to send this to our grandchildren and ask when they come from school, ask them to name the dog because they really, they're very attached to them." So, and then when they come on holiday, they'll say, "Oh, where's the dog we named?" So, yeah. So we talked about feeding with them. They said, "What do we do?" So they were gonna feed for lunch because we got there a bit early, and then they'll feed the dog supper, and then same thing tomorrow, breakfast, lunch, and supper. Just little portions that the dog will finish, and we see how it goes. So the dog, of course, was shy and strange to the place, so she wasn't way out there when we came. So that was a bit tricky, but I said it's okay, let's have patience and wait to see. Fortunately, I'm not far away, and hopefully, when I do the shots, if they ask me to do the shots, in about 2 weeks, when I go, I will see how they've blended with the dog, with the puppy. But yeah, so that's kind of like an experience I wanted to share, something that just happened now. And maybe even the next Friday, I'll share about another puppy that just got a new home and how the family is doing. But yeah, that's literally the dog life that happens when they're just starting. Okay, it's almost 10 minutes and we keep it at 10 minutes. So I pray that you have a blessed week, everybody who listens in, and shalom, and catch you in a week, hopefully. Bye bye.